I was at a dependency. What could he possibly do? Well, these are the things you can possibly do. I'm dispersing them throughout the universe, verbatim in some places, because that's the necessity of how often you must say it. I'm dispersing them throughout the universe, verbatim in some places, because that's the necessity of how often you must say it.
All right, go.
Because it's the necessity of what I had to do with healthcare and education. So if you find my 25 safe spaces, you'll see that I repeat myself. At the same time, you will find a new trigger and a new flashback. And I will be writing in the same style and same way. Whatever comes up, comes out. Because I ain't gonna scream and shout, not because it's their shame. They played the game and they lost. I know who can be sold, and I know who can be bought. So let's do it again, my friend. Those vowel sounds are the most hard for me because they were the most difficult for my students. And why? It's with consistency that gets better. Work with one sound and then move on to two sounds and multi-sound letters. And to do that, you have to model and correct in the moment and to point things out and to show fun things words do. And that's what I miss. I miss words. I used to engage in words every day to a full extent. And now I'm watching the way people use words.
You're interviewing me. You're interviewing me. You're doing it, Senator. I'm sorry.
And this man just triggered me. And that's why I'm going to talk about what a trigger is. If you want to participate, access to my ideas as they pop up and they relate. What is a trigger? What is mental abuse? What is directed towards? It is my civil duty to talk about this. I think it's scary. Are you kidding me? It is frightening to talk about what happens to you in the moment. And why is it wrong to deny kids with special needs a classroom when you're not grading them? It re-triggers. So
That's why the alarms in the distance remind me of the color red and the sound that I could not turn toward was a pain. Turning the neck, understanding where the sound's coming from and if I should just stay there so that at least I knew if I was on the sidewalk I'd be safe. So you're double checking and that means you're stopping and being a little... That alarm still makes my body hum. And that's a noise and a sound and a movement that I couldn't do before. So what am I doing a lot of lately? Everything good from my childhood is popping up, and everything good and going to movies, and that is what kids need together in times of darkness as adults, because then you remember, what are we doing this for? Why do anything when things get too hard? Where do you go? These shards, they are broken into pieces. These bits, I know, this composite, we flow. If I can breathe and keep my neck upright, then I've got 1,000 lyrics and a rhyme, a melody, and a We're going to talk about everything related to healthcare and education, as long as they work together. It's these wide open eyes that they will try to cry. Wow. My voice does something to my head pain, I can feel it. Like clockwork, that's how I have to be. Mimicking all the bestest things around me. I'm trying to say they can't do their worst because they will reverse the hurt. Gonna write my play, it's about how love in 3 ways. First the self, then to someone else, and then to a child. Because we're thrown in this world, some of us get hurt, some of us get cured, and some of us remind us to be grateful we don't exist in the wild. To be able to have self-expression and put teaching as a profession away, a vocation, a calling, something I really enjoyed doing, but I'm not going to boo-hoo it anymore, because what I really think about often is what can we do to solve these systematic issues, because I'm kind of sick of people complaining, and I want people to feel inspired and motivated instead of lost and escaped in these worlds these imagery, this luxury, this thing that makes me feel so bad about me.
Is that the
hypocrisy?
Then
you will never have to hide. Who hid? Coming up outside, and that's what you exude. That's the fairy tale model. See, if you know the rules. I heard some sweet gospel music. Gives me great melodies inside of me. Comes out in small little clenched fists. This fine motor is really rocking my boat. How do I cope? You just get through it with wide open eyes. Because I told myself if they're gonna continue to lie. This was it. I was afraid of people hearing my voice. I would not talk in public, and that's why I'm saying I'm not going to talk anymore. I'm going to just be me and record what I want to record. To know the score before I go back in that cavern. The loved one. Well, that is the night. Gonna fight. All right. Gonna do it. Gonna go right. Classical and verse. My beast is my beat, my heart. We're going to tap into the artist in us, the performance. And it was done in a very regimental, scientific, unfortunate way because, quite frankly, it's more of a creative process that's spontaneous and exuberant and emotional and filled with ups and downs and pits and falls and skyrockets and amazing scenery and light and beauty and color that moves you poetica, ars poetica. Ars poetica. Ars poetica. That's the thing. I have to double check everything. That doesn't sound right to me. Everything's just a different type of tone.
Who's gonna keep us safe? And who's gonna be fine taking away our homes?
Yeah, I'm upset too.
What is it that causes the president to purposely create distrust in these institutions and what we're doing?
Senator, I disagree with most of what you just said there. You somehow disconnect the administration's activities from the president's actions. They're the one and the same.
I noticed that you are not responding to what I'm saying.
I think I responded to everything that you said, Senator.
No, you didn't. And the fact is that you just didn't, okay?
We disagree, Senator.
No, we don't disagree. Hell, let's run the transcript again if you want to talk about it. But the fact is
let the world decide.
It's the president's public statements.
Let the world decide. Let the world decide. Let the world decide. Let the world decide.
Initially, nobody realized it was going to be this big a problem, but even after it became a problem, I don't think it was aggressively pursued the way it should have been to keep it from getting to the point that it is now. It would just be devastating, probably billions of dollars in lost revenue.
Money should not be an object, and if you don't do something to curtail them, you're going to have the biggest mess you've ever seen, just like we do down here. The issue is carp.
Stop Asian carp from devastating the Great Lakes. Go to blockasiancarp.org and
Oh my
sign
God.
up.